Welcome back, my name is FractalMindMike, and you are here with me while I play some Infinifactory. We left off with this weird reclamation thing that I totally got backwards when we first looked at it. Yeah, it looks like we just have to destroy all the bad parts that we don't want and reclaim these terminal displays. So suddenly the name of the level made sense. It looks like it should be easy. It looks like we just need to like build some kind of a frame to destroy the parts that we don't want, and it will just push out the parts we do want. But I don't know how gravity affects a TV screen when we drill out this piece. It may be that we need to drill it out in phases. So I'm just going to try the simplest possible concept here, and we'll see how we go from there. So we just want to drill out those, and we'll let the rest just push through. Yeah, this is what I was worried about, gravity impact. What if I get rid of these two? Then we can just do those two next. Oops, wrong button. So we want to leave that screen in place. And we want to put a couple of these bad boys right here. I love the destruction. The destruction's pretty cool. Okay, here we go. And that's pretty good. This is a free screen ready to go. So we'll just assume that we need to get to here. Let's see how that looks. Oh, okay, we need to destroy that piece there. I mean, we could just destroy the entire bottom section as long as we leave one piece in place, right? Okay, we're good. And then at this point... how do we destroy those without destroying that screen? That's tricky. Wait a second, how do we... If the screen's going to fall down, how do I destroy that piece? I think I need to leave one of the screens. And I can then destroy the... Oops. The bottom parts. Maybe? Wait, I don't need two of these. Just need the one. Okay, we're a little early there. That needs to be there. There we go. You're a little fast, buddy. Let's get rid of those. Put this here. How's that look? I think we're good. Is that all we need to do? I mean, we don't need to wait for anything, we can just go for it. Once the screen's been freed, it goes on the conveyor. The only thing I'm worried about is stuff bumping into each other here, so if we just... Oops. Do that. And we also want to do the same at this end. Oh. That would have been bad. Yeah, that's probably fine. We just put a pillar here as well, just to stop that from falling. And actually, we should be able to increase the maximum rate. Easy. We're not quite top of the class, but that's okay. Again, I'm not going to spend all that optimizing time. I promised I wouldn't. Luckily, we've been hitting some pretty optimal solutions for the last handful. Like, we haven't gotten perfect scores, but we're pretty okay. I'm happy with that. Let's move on. We actually get to do multiple puzzles this episode. We're only, what, 5 minutes in, and we already solved the first puzzle of Production Zone 2. I feel pretty good about that. Although, I think I've noticed there is a bit of a skill curve that happens. A challenge curve of some kind. So, we now need to read about the block eviscerator. Eviscerators are capable of quickly destroying most types of blocks. Although they are commonly used in mining and refurbishing operations, they were originally designed to be and used as deleted. I wonder what the deleted was. Alright, puzzle shuttle maintenance. Let's take a look at that one. Gotta dive in and have a read of what's going on in here. I mean, a read. We gotta look around and see what's up. Okay, we're getting a massive delivery here of broken pizzas. Not pizzas, pieces. Maybe I'm hungry. Okay, I don't know why pizzas came out instead of pieces. I guess they do sound quite close. So, we're blocking, and we're allowing it to travel. I mean, we already knew this, but I guess I'm not sure what they're instructing here. Like, we've thought about the concept of blocking a lot, but we haven't found a way to use blocking that was, like, super helpful before. Oh, wait, unless this is a new block type. Is it a new block type? Oh. I'm so glad we've got blockers now. Okay, this will be good. Okay, so apparently they want us to block stuff. What are we getting out of this system? Is there a... Okay, there's a dropper here with new pipey bits. So what we have to deliver is... Do the pipey bits... Okay, we just want to weld, like, 3 of those per side, is it? 3 of those per side. Oh, this is like a little... It's a little car. Like a little flying machine of some kind. A little shuttle. It's not big enough for me to fit in, or any of those aliens that, the overlords. It's not big enough for them either. So, what do we get out of... Whoops, I was trying to run and I pressed shift, because, you know, shift to run, in many games. So, we gotta destroy those off. Boop, 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 boop. And then we gotta stop it, deliver our newly manufactured engines, weld them on, and then release once they're welded on. How are we gonna weld them on? I guess they're gonna shove these in. We're gonna have top welders, because side welders just wouldn't work. Yeah. So we're just gonna shove them in, weld them to the main unit, the main chassis. And then allow it to sail on once we detect. So I guess we want a sensor, welder, on one side. We only need the sensor on one side. It's the side that's delivered last. Okay. So this thing... I guess we want to think about building that unit. Oh my gosh, there's a guy in here. Was there a guy in the last level? I didn't see one. I'm going to guess that this guy is saying something like, oh, there's a blockage. That's really annoying. I'm going to go in there and fix it. And then accidentally he turns it on and gets crushed to death. That's my guess of what's going to happen with this guy. It just looks like they've set him up for failure there, and that's his failure mode. That's what I'm predicting. Alright, let's have a listen to that while I actually do think about building these 2 side engine pieces. I don't really care what happens here. I'll just put I'll just build a little pillar of blockers, like so. That should be enough to stop it. And yeah, we'll just, I guess... I don't know if the feed... No, the feed's been fine every other time. It should be fine. Let's listen to this log, and I'll keep thinking about things.
Well, that was a pain in the ass. Let's run it again and see what happens.
Error noise.
Oh, what the hell? One of the inputs must be jammed.
Ah, dang.
This is bloody ridiculous.
Bloody ridiculous.
I don't see anything. Oh, maybe it's a bit farther back. Oh, wait.
This poor guy.
Was I even pushing the right button? Ah, ha, ha, ha. Oh, no.
Oh no. I mean, that's very sad for him, of course, but I like the comedy of it, at least. Like, we have to be able to laugh at some things. I mean, it is sad, don't get me wrong. That's a sad thing to happen, but how it happened? Yeah, I don't know. Whoopsie. You know what I mean? Alright. I actually probably should feel bad about laughing at that. I don't know. We're just gonna live with our lives the way they are, and we'll see what happens. So I'm thinking here we got 3 and 3. When we fill up, we push to one side and to the other, and we weld them as they go through that. And then, you know, life will be good. Life will be great then. Everything will be perfect. We're not going to get crushed, at least. Why did I do that? I meant to do the middle click so I could select it. You know what? Yeah. I think I'm good. I was just thinking, like, wait, did I make some kind of error in thought here? I think I'm okay though. Okay, so we have those ready to roll, and we want to have some more conduit. So we'll just do that, I guess. Beep beep beep, and then we want to have our pushers. Uh-oh. Alright. So, you'll be hanging out on that one. We need to put a little platform to hang out on here too. So as we go, we're just going to have a bunch of, like, as many of them as we can. We'll just, like, start pushing them down. And they're going to fall from that block onto, like, a conveyor that will push them into position to handle that. Pretty confident this is going to work, so let's just, let's see. That is, what is that? 2 blocks from the ground. So, that blocker up to here. Sorry, our blocker right there, I think. Actually, no, I think our blocker wants to be in the front, so... Is it 1 block from the front? I realize now I could be looking at the thing that's closer to me. It's 2 blocks from the front. So our blocker wants to live there. Yep. And let's get rid of this pile. Okay, so we're going to block. And we also want that. And we want that there. So let's do the same on this side. That'll just stop our thing from pushing into place too far. And then we want our conveyance of these units. So this one will fall straight down here. I kind of want to... I guess I'll just do this and then that. So our conveyance will just convey. Oh, fiddlesticks. This actually has to be lower. I don't know why I said fiddlesticks. I don't normally say that. That's actually pretty funny that I said that. We can't have blockers blocking as such. I guess we can have... I keep forgetting that, like, I'm thinking about blockers as just, like, a block, but not the actual blockers, because I've been using them for so long. But we can do this. Like so. Those will all block. That needs to be... I think these both need to be a step back, actually. Yeah, they both need to be a step back. Like that. I haven't even completed this side yet. Loop. Actually, I don't need to be this far back either. We only need to be... Wait a second. What? Wait a second. Oh, okay. We do not need that one. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. That ought to do it. We don't need this blocker either, really. Obviously, we want to destroy all those bits, but... So that would slot into place perfectly. The other side hasn't yet dropped into place. I made a mistake of some description. Oh, the holder. I guess we don't need it to be a holder. We would just make that a conveyor. Since we don't need a holder on both sides, it makes more sense to have conveyor there. Alright. Yep, and so that would slot into place, assuming that we had shaved off the sides. So let's set up our little shaving machine. It can go like right at the start, so we can just put it here. I gotta make sure my height's aligned correctly. I think we are. Evisceration. Okay. So that unit will get blocked here, at which point everything will be welded on. Okay, so that's correct positioning. So if we just detect when this one comes through, when we detect that's there, we should be good to go. In terms of welding, though, we do need that to have... Okay, that is a problem. We need to be able to slot it in. So, conveyor here, which will then drop it, one unit to this direction, and then we just need one that way. Bloop, bloop. And then we can build up. Yeah, I think this is gonna work. He says confidently. I literally don't know what I'm doing, but we'll just pretend that I do, okay? Let's go ahead and do that. And that. And we want a sensor... I guess right here, where that blocker is, which is... not necessarily the coolest thing in the world, but... I guess it will retract that blocker, and then we just need to unblock everything. Wait, this... Oh yeah, that block is just there to stop those things from conveying where we don't want them to convey. This is going to cause problems. This will definitely cause problems. How am I going to deal with that? Also, what was I thinking right here? I've just blocked the path completely. Oh my gosh. Maybe this is okay? Let's see. As long as this delivers before those deliver, I think we could be fine. Oh, we have a solution that's working. I don't think this will work at max speed. I have a feeling this won't work at max speed. Also, wait. Our alignment is off? How is our alignment off? How is that possible? The blocker pops out and knocks it off track. That's so funny. I mean, I can fix it with a little bit of this. I think. Okay, we're good. We have a functional solution. It's a little bit silly, but it works. We're very reliably delivering the right device. So this is not going to be... Yeah, this is like a standard solution. Very standard solution, apparently. Our block score is like slightly worse than the average, but everything else is pretty much on par for average perfectly. So... it pains me not to try and optimize this. What we'll do is we'll just increase the feed rate, the input rate, and we'll just see what happens. I'm quite certain it won't be happy. What the heck did we just deliver? That's not right. We're delivering buses instead of sedans. Okay. That's really funny. I don't really care about getting it. We can just go back to the cell. We finished We finished it. So if we finished that, we can move on to the next thing. Oh, okay, we're getting told about blockers. I kind of don't like the way the game tells you, hey, that block that you just used and figured out how to use, here's the description of it. It's like, dude, tell me before I get it, not after. Gosh. Alright. Blockers are functionally similar to pushers, but are normally extended and retract when a signal is received. They are useful for delaying blocks on conveyors, but can also be used as logically inverted pushers. The arms of blockers are coated with special material that absorbs deleted and makes them invisible to sensors. Okay, so they're very much just the opposite of a pusher, basically. It's the thing that we wanted for a while. Now we've got one. Hopefully I find some useful places for them as we go. Oversight Terminal Model 6? I wonder if it's building one of these things that we destroyed. We then just build one again with the monitors that we've reclaimed. Sorry, the terminal displays that we reclaimed. Oversight Terminal Model 6. I mean, it could be. Let's find out. Yeah, haha, it is. It does appear that way. Okay, so the thing that I was worried about building before, it's slightly less worrisome because I don't have to worry about smashing screens, but otherwise it is pretty complex. I mean, it's okay, so with 3 of those, 3 of those, 3 of those, 2 of those, we just have to stage all that and then push it in. We're getting those, and we're getting those. What's the rates of delivery like? Are they sensible or not? So we're getting... Yeah, okay, so we had 6 of those. I should press C at the time. Let me do it again. So, C to pause. Okay. So we've delivered enough for the base of the unit, enough for the monitors of the unit, and enough for the console of the unit. So they are a sensible feed rate, which is nice to know. Yeah, I think we're doing pretty well. We might be able to make some progress on this puzzle. I don't know if we'll be able to finish it, but I do want to give it a try. We'll at least put a little bit of a solution in place. Yeah, let's just have a quick think here. Looking at that and that, we kind of want to deliver those, like, I mean, basically, if we just pushed all these forward and then across, they would all be in a nice line, and we can weld them, and then that's one part manufactured. These are not quite that simple, but if we push them if we like convey them forward and then convey them to the left and then weld them. Yeah, so what I think I'm going to run into as a problem. You know what? I think I just thought of a little solution, but it's a little hard to describe. But basically having them like weld into a horizontal stack of 3 and then getting onto a buffer that we just like have as things arrive, they just get pushed into the same buffer. Then they fall, and if they fall like, you know, 3 blocks or whatever, that air gap, then we should be able to weld and then push before the next unit falls in, and then that goes onto a conveyor and gets delivered on top of one of those, gets welded on. These things I think should be fairly straightforward, just like boom, boom, boom. Similar to that. That's pretty straightforward too. So I don't know. Let me have a go at it, and we'll see how we go. I guess. I guess I gotta check what parts I have. Oh, I can't check what parts because I'm still running. I forgot that I'm still running. How do I stop? Q. Okay, there we go. So yeah, we got our eviscerator. We won't be needing that. We might need to use the blocker, but I don't even know if we will. I think there might be a nice way to do all of this at once, considering everything comes out kind of in the right timing. It's just about staging everything so that they fall into place at the right moment, and then... Alright, we just had a minor interruption there, but it's time to get going again. So, I think I had a plan. I'm just gonna see what happens, I think is the first step. Basically, we want all these pieces to come out to stage somewhere, and then everything's going to have to drop down on top of these. So let's say we dump them this way. And what are we going to do here? What makes sense? Well, I guess we want to build this up on top of it, so maybe it makes sense to have those follow a similar idea. Too many things to think about. That's my problem right now. Let's just, okay. Well, we know that that is the layer we want to land on. So we go here. We're going to need one of them. There. Then we'll just block that. So those will all just stack up. We can push them across. Once we get to there, we want to have a sensor, actually, I guess. Well, maybe we don't want a sensor there just yet. But we do want welders. Like this, and I guess like this, and like this. And we want the TVs to all fall down. TVs. The screens, the monitors, the terminal displays, whatever they're called. We want them to all fall down on here too. So why don't we replace that with one of them? Is that going to work? Let's do it like that. Let's do it like that, and let's have these. One more. There we go. Time for a blocker. Yeah, this will work. Yeah, this will work. I got it. This is all under control. No problem. No problem, mate. I got it. Alright. Let's see now. We don't want anything to get in the way. So I think we can just do this, though. Let's just try that out for a little bit of a example. Okay, our TVs are getting into the wrong place. These are not quick enough. Not quick enough at all. Whoops. Try that. Yeah, that's still gonna beat it. Alright. Let's try a delay pattern. Uh-oh. Yeah, I didn't think about that, did I? This ain't gonna work at all. What we probably should be doing here anyway. Oops, not that button. Let's see. We want to... Let's get rid of that piece for now. Let's get rid of all this. This is all a very clever and silly idea. Okay. Let's say we wanted, whoops, this to go up to here, and we wanted to have a sensor on the back of it, like this. Okay. And then a pusher, as usual, which can then be triggered at an appropriate moment. Of course, we're going to want welding to happen. Let's make this look as cool as possible, of course. That welder type. Boop, boop, and boop. Okay, so we only need those two, of course. Okay, we have our one TV set. That was a mistake. That's going to be a problem. Well, believe it or not, that worked. Let's increase the input rate to maximum and just see what happens. I might have to delete all of this, I have a feeling. Okay. Perhaps not. Because we don't need all of this. Which means we do have room for sensor. In fact, we could do that. This seems unnecessary. Okay, so we can do sensor bar. I don't know how... Can we have a combined sensor output? Like, it needs an AND gate, basically, is what I'm thinking of. I have a feeling now that we have all these components, we might actually be able to build an AND gate. Like, that seems plausible. But, the problem I'm seeing here is I want to have a sensor that only will trigger once they're both filled up. Like, both screens are in place. We've got 3 stacks, one falls, then the next one falls. Once that second one falls, that's when we want to retract this. So an AND gate would be like, okay, I got a sensor here and a sensor here, and when they're both on, then that would open. But I can't figure out how to do that right now. But like, conceptually, this will work. And that is a bit of a problem, that we're filling up too quick here, but... Yeah, it is a problem because that one does fall off just before this one completes. So we will need to think about that as well. I suppose we could just replace these with these. It just pushes the problem down the road a little bit, though. I don't think it'll be a viable solution. I mean, clearly this is funny, but yeah. So we need to be able to trigger a pusher, the retraction of this at the right time. I guess I still have to think about it a little bit. What I could do is have the ready units go onto a conveyor and slide in, and when they slide in, I guess it'll drop down. No, it'll still trigger the pusher at the wrong time. The retractor at the wrong time. I'm going to think about this. I'm not going to do anything, but I will see you next time. Thanks very much for watching. Take care and have a good one, everybody. See you next time. Bye. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also check out my Twitch channel. Bye.